Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tabletop Bob. My name is Bob. I'll be your game master for tonight's episode of the Scorched Basin, where we're playing using Shadowdark rules. We've got our crew back for episode 2. We got CJ, Dasha, Dexter, and Chris. Welcome back, everybody.
Thank
Hello.
you.
So the one thing we didn't do last time, and I kind of wanted to just maybe talk about this, but this will make a good icebreaker question for this session. Obviously, we're playing the Scorched Basin, which is a Kickstarter. It's going on right now. Check the link below in the description. Our first episode, kind of showcasing this setting, this TTRPG setting, the Scorched Basin, was awesome. If you haven't seen episode 1, we'll put a little link here for it so you can check it out. But one thing I want to talk about is this is Dune and Mad Max inspired. So we're going to go out here and we're going to share some, some truths about ourselves. We're gonna confess. We'll call this confessions here, okay? So get ready. So
Late night confessions with Tabletop Bob.
Yes, late night confessions here. I have never seen nor read the book Dune. I don't know anything about Dune other than what I get from being alive and sort of like a nerd in the community. So I know the concept of it, but I really don't know anything specifically about it. I do know Mad Max. I've seen a bunch of the Mad Max movies. I haven't seen all of them though, but I have seen the main ones. I've seen the old Mel Gibson ones, and I saw Fury Road. So those are my Mad Max backgrounds. But Dune, I'm really, and I know that there's what's his name, a David Lynch version. Is that the superior version? Has somebody seen that one? It's not.
It is not the superior version. It's a little bit. It's crazy.
All right, so
far too much.
So give me the biggest differences between those two. Is it just not one's not following the book, or
one is they change a significant portion of the mythos around Paul Atreides and what the weirding way is. They turn it into a weapon. It just messes with a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh damn. Okay, so it's really not accurate to the book.
It's not very accurate to the books, but it does follow, like, it gets the beats correct of the movie, of the book, with the whole betrayal of House Atreides by the Harkonnens and the Harkonnens and the
you got to be careful, CJ. There'll be people that will critique everything you're saying right now.
Yeah. The Emperor and the Harkonnens.
All right, so you like the one though with Zendaya and what's his name? That other guy.
Yeah, Timothée Chalamet.
But also the ending of that one kind of messed me up too. That it didn't mess me up, but like I feel like something was also off about the ending of that, the second one. So
you've read it.
Yeah. And also great YouTuber and D&D enthusiast Matt Colville has a fantastic series on the Dune books.
Oh, shout out to Matt Colville.
Shout out to Matt Colville.
All right, great. So that's my confession. CJ, are there any of these properties you haven't seen?
So my confession would be I don't think that Mad Max 1 and 2 are that good. I haven't really seen them, but
wait, Road Warrior?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
I don't
hot
think
take
Mad
here,
Max,
everybody.
I don't think Mad Max really hit its stride until Beyond Thunderdome, when it really became this post-apocalyptic desert hellscape movie. Like the first one feels like it's just like it doesn't seem like it's actually post-apocalyptic. They're like still cops working at like a police station. Like that doesn't feel post-apocalyptic in the way that the later Mad Maxes do.
Yeah, Thunderdome definitely has the most like weird feel of them, but
I think that's when they really hit their stride on what Mad Max's world really is.
Okay. All right. So CJ's coming in with hot takes. Chris, I'm going to jump to you. Chris, I feel like you got to be an expert. I don't know. I look at you and I say, you're an expert in this. Go ahead. Oh, you're muted. Go ahead.
I grew up with these movies. They were a big part of my childhood, and I remember them very fondly watching them. And while I agree that the original, the first Mad Max was not exactly post-apocalyptic. It was like on the verge of the cusp of the apocalypse was happening. You know, like we're in an apocalypse right now. We don't even know it. And that's what was happening. That was what was happening during that movie. Like it was going on, like in real time. The apocalypse was happening.
Fair enough.
But yeah, you know, and I yeah, they were great. And the same with Dune. I read the book Dune when I was in 5th grade. Pretty heavy reading for a
5th grade.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
5th grade.
Wow.
I read. Yeah,
I think I was reading Goosebumps books in 5th grade.
It went over my head, a lot of it, but I did love that movie too. That first movie that came out,
the James Lynch one.
Yeah,
with the guy. I mean, I know the memes and everything. The guys that are just really fat looking, and you know, yeah.
I loved it, and because again, a big part of my childhood. So, but you know, I being old and crotchety had the wonderful childhood memories of all the greatness of the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, you really did, because you were, what was 70s, baby?
I was born in 73, yeah.
Yeah. You had, I mean, peak 80s, yeah.
So all that greatness.
Yeah, and that, to me, it's my, like, the 90s are like that to me, yeah.
So next question for next time, you have to work the movie Megaforce into the conversation.
Okay, Megaforce, I'm writing it down.
You all need to watch this. I'm sure none of you have heard of it, but maybe CJ. CJ kind of
CJ, you heard of this?
I've not heard of Megaforce.
Oh, okay.
I want a full report from all of you.
I will go. It's on the list. It'll go this week.
The flying motorcycle scene is just amazing.
What is this?
It looks pretty awesome. Megaforce.
It looks ridiculous.
Deeds, not words.
That is hilarious.
It is the movie nobody knew that they needed.
Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
I don't know why we're saying this. I'm sure Dasha has seen all these movies. Dasha, let's go to you real quick, because we're gonna go to
poster.
We're gonna go to Dasha now, because I do know that Dasha just recently has been exposed to some of these. So go ahead.
Yeah, so my confession is I had never seen Mad Max until Bob told me we were doing this Scorched Basin thing, and Bob was like, you should watch it.
And we're all going to be riders.
We're all going to be riders. So I watched Fury Road.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. I remember it coming out in theaters. I remember being in college and just being too busy.
You were in elementary school.
I was in elementary. I was busy studying and being boring, so I didn't watch it.
Dexter may have been in elementary school. How old are you, Dexter?
I am 23.
23. Oh, it's close. We'll get to you next. Don't worry, we got you next. Go ahead, Dasha. Keep going.
So yeah, I never saw it, but I remember seeing the trailer and not thinking I would enjoy it back when it came out. So I didn't make the effort. I really enjoyed it. Like, I was emotional at the end, and I really, really liked the action. And I'm normally not an action fan. So that was cool. I also have never read, nor have I seen anything Dune related. I've seen clips here and there. I've seen little bits and pieces of people around me watching it. The only reference I know from Dune is like the worm thing where they like pound on the ground to work. And the only reason I know that is because I have a cat, and I've seen so many TikToks of people doing that on the bed, and then something under the blanket starts moving and it's their cat, and they're using the music from the worm scene. So I do enjoy that aspect of it, because I think my cat embodies that worm energy sometimes. But yeah, I haven't seen it. Maybe I should watch it, but again, I was busy when it came out, and never.
You were busy.
Never. I was
so busy.
It probably in grad school when it came out. So
it was past your bedtime.
Past my bedtime, yeah.
And Dexter, you know, same question to you as we went to everybody here. But I feel like Dexter and I know we've worked together. I feel like I've known you forever. I feel like this is right up your alley. So Dexter, tell us, don't let us down. What's your confession? Go ahead.
I have not seen any of the 3 original Mad Maxes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, but you saw the new ones. Okay. See, yeah, I didn't see the most recent one, the Furiosa one, but I saw Fury Road.
Chris Hemsworth was actually quite good at it.
Really?
Yeah. He was funny. He was funny.
Okay, so you've seen the new ones and you enjoyed them.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Dune? Is that a property you ever messed with?
I saw part one, the new one, and I still haven't seen the part two that everyone said was like so amazing and like had amazing cinematography or whatever. Um, but no, I need to watch it. And I've been saying that I'm gonna read Dune for a while, but I still haven't.
The
And
book's
we
on his
gotta see
nightstand,
it.
everybody.
Yeah, it should be. It's thick. Yeah, it's very thick. But we'll see if I ever get to that.
Okay.
Should probably I'll watch the movie first. And
Okay.
then maybe I'll put on the old Mad Max.
Yeah. And apparently Megaforce.
And Megaforce, yeah. That's one I gotta put on there too.
Well,
Might as
there's a
well
lot.
might as well put on Waterworld while we're at it.
Yeah.
My
Great movie.
my only other thing, Dexter, since you also saw Furiosa, is after watching that movie, I was convinced that like the other thing about the Mad Max world was that like it's not actually post-apocalyptic, it's just a bunch of LARPers in the middle of the outback of uh
Australian
Australia. Like
Outback.
it's just there's 3 cities in the whole world, and like
Yeah.
one has guns, one has bullets, one has gas, and like they have to get along. It's like the craziest world. And, like there's no way these are just a bunch of people who like on the weekends go out there and like play around, and then they go back to like their regular jobs because it's
Oh.
just
Yeah.
like such a small little area that is like the world.
Oh, now I think I got to watch this movie.
You gotta watch Furiosa
It's
because it's
funny.
just like, oh, these are just LARPers. These are just guys
God.
that
All right, got to check these out. We've got a lot of stuff to watch before next week, everybody. So get your
Got a lot of watch.
VCRs ready. All right, get them ready.
be
All right.
kind, rewind.
That's right. Now let's rewind to last session, if you will. And I just want to say one thing. Last session ended up being so much better than I even anticipated. These characters are excellent. And I want to start with a quick recap. Of course, I think it's best if maybe everybody just quickly goes around the table and tells us who they're playing. CJ, we'll start with you. We'll go CJ, Dexter, Dasha, Chris. Go ahead, CJ. Tell us who you're playing today.
Oh, I'm playing Leonard. Leonard, the scooter guy. Scoot, seer. Here out in the desert, looking for my crystals. Trying to get, out here. Last session, last time you encountered Leonard, I was scooting around during an attack on our party here, where some vile birds came and tried to attack us, and I came in and I stabbed one real good with my spear.
He may already have been dead, but you did stab one. Yeah,
I did. I got it good.
And Dexter, who you playing?
I am playing Roses.
I love that he's like timid.
No, Roses. He's super confident, yeah. But yeah, Roses. He knows his way around mechanics, and in a pinch, he can help you explode your car. Yeah.
He did. He used his brimming intellect. Apparently, we didn't realize you have the high intelligence in this group. You used your intellect to blow up that basher and save everybody from the Vilax. So good thinking. And then Dasha, you're playing?
I'm playing Scorpion. I have been made the leader of this group. I don't know why or how. I'm an elf thief. I'm very young. I don't know how old I am. I'm an orphan. But I'm not old enough to be leading this group of half-orcs. But I am. And I just want water, and I just want to be on a crew. And hopefully that happens for me.
Yeah. Maybe after this adventure you'll be old enough to watch Megaforce. No, who knows?
Maybe.
And Chris, round out the group.
So I don't tend to put a whole lot of thought into my characters before I start playing them. I tend to let them develop with the game as they go. You saw that with Hieronymus and with Yip even. He kind of developed a lot with that game we were playing. So I really did enjoy just how Anthrax managed to come into his own with one fell swoop of his power cord and igniting that car and taking it for the team, right?
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
You know,
Awesome.
I think like I was like, yes, it's all about deeds, not words.
By the way, it was really awesome because in that moment, the Vilax swarmed you and did 9 damage, and I was like, "Oh God!" They like got a crit and a bunch of hits. I was like, "This is like shouldn't have been that way." I was like, "Oh man, they got unlucky, and I'm probably gonna kill Chris, and then he's gonna get a hit the explosion." But no, you were a beefy guy. You had 10 hit
Survived.
points. That mattered because then you wouldn't have been able to like blow the birds up and really it could have been the downward spiral to a TPK. What a great way to showcase Scorched Basin. So
I'm glad we have one tank in the party because certain other people who shall remain unnamed would definitely have been killed like 3
10
times over.
yeah.
And then to turn around and roll like maximum hit points.
Yeah. Yeah, so actually,
Crazy.
let's discuss that before we get into the total recap. But we leveled up. We're playing Shadowdark, so our characters are a little squishy at first level, but now we're second level. Does anybody want to showcase the? I mean, most of us got hit points. It's usually what happens in second level in Shadowdark. But let's share like where we're at. And CJ, we'll start with you because you actually got something more than the group. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got so I am playing as a seer, so I also got a second first level spell. And now I'm going to be best friends with Anthrax as I've picked up the Evoke Rage spell
Nice.
for to really modify and boost his attack power.
Yeah. Now I have a feeling I know what that does, like inherently, but don't tell us till you use it. Okay.
Yeah, I have no
Also-
idea what it does. It just sounds
Also
great.
picked up quadrupled my hit points. I am now up
Sweet.
to 4 whole hit
Mm.
points.
Wow.
Front line for
Yeah.
Leonard
Look at that.
and Dexter. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You have more.
No, that's it.
Okay. Dexter, what do you got?
So Roses is gone up from a very tanky 8 HP to an incredibly tanky 12 HP.
Perfect.
And so I didn't gain as much HP as I did on the first level, but I'd say I started off pretty good. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you're a
And
desert
then-
rider, so you're kind of like a fighter-ish type character.
Yeah, and speaking of that, actually, I noticed that a lot of the things with Shadowdark are like rounded down. So one of my
Mm.
abilities with Desert Rider is I get plus AC equal to half my level rounded down when I'm riding. So if we ever get on a basher, now that I'm level 2, I'm gonna get plus 1 AC.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
that'll be
and
nice.
that might happen. You never know. You know, at the end of this
Maybe.
whole thing, you'll get a basher for sure.
Yeah.
Could have got
Get a
this
big
thing,
rig.
could have gotten that fixed up
Huge.
if we didn't blow
Mhm.
up the other basher.
That's well, there's nothing you can do there. That was long gone. Dasha, what'd you get?
I'm up to 7 HP from I think I was at 4 before, and that's pretty much it.
That's actually good in Shadowdark for a thief because you are the lowest HP.
Yep.
It's a D4, so like that's solid. Like
I'm
nothing
happy
to be.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chris, like you said, where are you at?
Wow.
Anthrax. Oh, he's just huge, man. First of all, he's got a 20 strength. And so he's just brimming with muscle and beef. And he rolled that maximum hit points. He's at 18 hit points.
Wow.
He's like,
That's awesome.
But now that
Wow.
he understands just how flimsy the rest of the group is, he's gonna have to be a little more careful with radius damage. He doesn't want to like splash damage. I don't want to kill the rest of the party by accident.
Yeah, especially poor Leonard. So let's jump into the recap. So last time we played, you were approached by someone named Judas the Priest, who is goes around in your circles as the scrap king, and he's basically this outcast sort of. I mean, he lurks in the graveyard, which is where all the spare car parts and just basically scrap metals go to. Your leaders, Sabbath and Maiden, have kind of relegated him to that area. Kind of stays away from the people. Used to come and used to be a close advisor to them, but not so much as of late. Sabbath and Maiden, of course, are going on the Revenant Ride, which is the Revenant Rush, Revenant Race, whatever it's called. It's the tradition to determine the king of the ruler of the riders. Happens every year. It's just a special thing. They race around the basin. It's very dangerous because not only going through like enemy territories, there are a lot of people who don't like the riders, but also the natural dangers they hear in the basin. So, and it's a long journey. It's going to take weeks for them to go. So when they left, he approached you. He invited you to his hut and said that it's time for him and you all, the people who are left behind, people who are scavengers and the nobodies, to do something, to turn their lives around. And he promised you a position on his rig as well as much water and crystals that you need. He's got an artifact that needs a crystal the size of a person. Size of a human body. This is a big crystal. They would never allow this at the central crystal of the basin because there's like a coalition there that prevents that from happening, preventing people from just taking. However, at the northern end, where it's really quite dangerous because of all the sandworms, there is a large crystal reserve in the northern wall. And it's very, very, like I said, dangerous. So nobody really goes there, and they're ripe for the taking. If you can go there and bring back a large crystal, like I said, all the rewards, endless water, a giant rig that could be yours, will be your reward. And so you've accepted his quest. You headed out into the salt flats, and you fought some Vilax, which are these like bird-like creatures in the salt basin. The salt flats, and you found this basher. That's how they were drawn to you because they saw you tinkering with it, trying to look for things. They surrounded you, swarmed you, and due to Anthrax and Rose's kind of clever plan, blew them up, destroyed the rest of them, and you were able to get by with minimal injuries. Eventually, you slept for the night, and you awoke to a stampede. This is actually days later, so you're healed. It's been in between each little like vignette is going to be some days in between. So you got to a place in the flats where you're kind of like in the central area, and now a stampede of plotters is headed your way. And we're going to go right into a good old skill challenge. You ready to do this?
No.
Excellent. Perfect.
Oh, yeah. Leonard's ready.
So I brought up a Roll20 screen here. We are going to just give me... I don't know if everyone here has done a skill challenge with me before. I think I've maybe done that with all of you at some point. But skill challenge is something I like to use in a lot of my D&D and other RPG games. Is basically what this is a cinematic sort of opportunity where we can get creative, use our imaginations, as they say. I'm going to be describing the scene, and rather than having it be combat, initiative, things like that, we're going to allow characters kind of one at a time to state what they would do in this scenario. It doesn't have to be combat. It could be something related to combat. In Shadowdark, actually, there's no real necessarily like a disadvantage to like attacking per doing something more creative because there's no like proficiency bonus and things. So I think it works really well in Shadowdark. And so the way it works is I'm going to describe something. We'll pick some people to tell me their actions. We'll roll for it. You'll know the DCs. And if you succeed, if you get to like 4 successes before 3 failures, you will succeed. Every time you fail, though, it might lead towards some negative impact in the story. All right? So let's dive in.
Gosh.
All right. You good, CJ?
No.
This is going to be great for Leonard.
This
I'll
is
tell you that.
very bad for Leonard.
Yeah. So at night, Scorpion, you awoke the rest of the group. You heard it first before you saw it. Even though there's a moon out, it's pretty dark. Your eyes were adapted as best they could, but only until they're within striking distance. You see this sort of dust shaking loose from the ground. It's kind of coming up in a haze, and you can see the plotters over the low, thunderous rumble. These shaggy horned beasts. They're all the size of like small wagons. I mean, some of them are like children, but many of them are even bigger than that. Their eyes kind of glowing a little bit in the dark, their tusks swaying from side to side, and you can see them. They're headed your way, and they are wide as well, so it's very hard to avoid them. You start to gather your things, maybe grab your packs, but your campfire or any sort of like tents or sleeping bags that you might have had. There's no time to get those and wrap them up. But the like I said, they're charging not at you, but kind of through the dunes. And some of them don't even really look like they're looking at you, but they're just in a large formation running your way. So let's start with, I think, Scorpion and Leonard in this case. The two of you will go in this sort of like, I don't want to call it a turn, but like this sort of description. So the two of you, what do you do in this scenario?
How many are there? Can we tell a number?
Probably closer to like 30. And they're, like I said, wide. There's at least like 10 wide, and they're all running your way. I also have a picture of them that I can show you.
That would be
This
great.
might help you a little bit, give you an idea of what they are. So here's a plotter. Look at this thing.
Wow.
Aw, kind of cute.
Kind of. Not when they're running at you. I think I described them almost like a bantha in Star Wars. That's what they're kind of like.
Yeah.
So, all right. So they're running your way. What do you do, two of you?
Oh, this is not good for Leonard. Gotta get out of here. I don't wanna Mufasa myself.
So what do you do, Leonard?
I'm gonna, I gotta get on nothing fancy and ride away again. I hate to run, but ain't no
All
way
right.
I'm gonna get away from these guys.
So then what I'll do for you, CJ, is you hop on your scooter and you start to ride away. We can say you activate it. That's fine. So you'll go a little faster. In fact, I think since you're using the scooter, I'll probably give you advantage on this check. The scooter will be a dexterity check, so you can maneuver in and out of the cracks in the fissures in the salt, so that you can get ahead of the rush. Go ahead, give me a dexterity. And while you're doing that, Dasha, what do you think Scorpion would do here?
Is there any place to hide, or is it just like flat everywhere?
That's the thing. You are in the salt flats. I mean, there might be some smaller, maybe dunes here or there, like a tuft of a hill, but nothing that's going to be like a major change of like elevation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Could I do a check to see if there are any dunes large enough that we could maybe just get behind and hide behind and allow the beasts to just like run past us?
There might be some. We'll do like a wisdom check to perceive around you. So go ahead, this will be your check, and see if you can find some maybe growths like plants. Maybe there'll be some, large patches of aloe or something that they would maybe naturally avoid. Mm-hmm.
Why it's not working?
And by the way, the DC for all these right now, this round is 8. So CJ, I see you rolled unfortunately a natural 1, correct?
No, I got a 7.
Oh, a 7. Oh,
I rolled with advantage.
I forgot about that. Yes. So CJ.
No, I rolled. I have a -2. I rolled a 9.
Mm-hmm.
-2.
Yeah.
7.
You get your wheel stuck in one of the cracks in the earth, and it's stuck.
Oh, this salt's not good for nothing's fancy. This ain't good.
And Dasha?
I rolled an 18, and you said
yeah.
wisdom, so +2, so 20 total.
Maybe you see like a cactus patch or something like out in the distance, so you can direct the group towards that and head that way.
That's
CJ,
where I'm going.
Yeah, since nothing fancy is stuck, it takes you this turn to like wrench the wheel out of the crack, and you just carry her towards the patch. So we got 1 failure and 1 success in this round. Everybody else is gonna duck for cover around the cactus. Now they start getting towards you, and you'll see them start to naturally divert. However, some of the smaller ones, they don't see it. They don't see the cactus patch as well. They're just kind of following along, and so a couple of them run and trample through, and then once they start trampling through, rushing past you, maybe brushing past you, you can see some of the bigger ones now taking the same route now that the cactus are starting to be trampled. And we'll give Roses and Anthrax a chance here. Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
So what do you think you do? So you're behind this big patch of cactus, but now they're starting to come through, especially starting with the little ones. What do you do?
So now that they're close up, when I'm looking at them, are they like so they look like that's hair, but does it look like it's matted down, or does it look like it's more like flowy?
I think it's probably flowy. I mean, if they got wet or something, they probably could be, but Maybe the cactus would be, scraping up against them, matting it down a bit, but I think fluffier than matted.
Okay.
What do you think you could do?
I think
You are a desert rider as well.
I am a desert rider. I'm thinking about it. I think Roses is contemplating possibly running over and waiting for the opportune moment to jump up onto the side of one of the beasts.
I kind of love it. And do you want to do this as like an athletics type check where you're like using your body to like time it right, or are you like trying to maybe like handle the animal in some way?
I think it's more like, strength, or like more like athletics, like dexterity, strength, something like that.
Okay, so we'll say, what's your better score here? Is it dex or
It's dex for me.
So let's say you're timing it. You're kind of behind a big patch of cactus that hasn't been broken down yet, and you're about to leap onto one. Give me a dex check.
Okay. Ooh. That is a 10.
And that succeeds. Excellent. So we've got another second success. So 2 successes, 1 failure so far. Chris, what about Anthrax? What's he doing here?
So Anthrax looks at his meager wee friends and knows that something has to happen. He has to part this sea of beast coming at us. So he's gonna take it head on and get up and charge the charge. And remember Conan the Barbarian where he punched the camel or whatever in the head? He's gonna try and level one of these things, or at least use his strength to knock them aside so they part around us.
Okay.
He's got an ability called Grit, which is advantage on checks to overcome opposing forces using strength.
Oh, this is perfect.
So he's going to use this, and if not literally knock one out, at least go into a frenzy to part them around us.
Oh, this is great.
His
Yeah, he's going to
body
punch one.
as a wedge to protect the rest of the party.
All right, give me a strength check.
Yes.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
19. Yes.
Oh, yes. That's a
Nice.
third success here. So we're on the verge of a victory here. We've got 3 successes, 1 failure. So you take one of the biggest ones, Chris, and you just grab it by the horns and just shrug it aside. It falls, and now there's a bunch of these plotters that are falling over as a domino effect of it, slowing the entire herd down. However, and Roses, you get onto one of them as well with your leap. So you're on maybe a smaller one, maybe one of the younger, the Utes, as they say. So
Exactly.
So Anthrax, you do this, and now there's like an avalanche of fur as these creatures are flying. Cactus bits are being like kind of sawed off by their horns and flying out into the distance. Everybody's going to give me a dexterity check. This is unrelated to the skill challenge. See if you can avoid some of the damage from this. Go ahead. The DC for this is 10.
That was, but I got
14, Leonard?
14 for Leonard.
Okay. And what do we got for the rest of us here?
17 for Scorpion.
11 and a 12, Dexter and Chris.
Damn. Okay, so all of you pass. You don't take any damage. I imagine this is a pretty a fancy feat of footwork, moving, getting your scooter out of the way, jumping over the cacti, and avoiding all the damage here. So again, there's still a bunch of them now are continuing forward. There's some that fell, so the herd has been kind of filtered out a bit, but you're running now with the herd as they're moving along. And here's where another complication comes in. You hear wild screams coming from behind, deep voices howling, sort of like a rhythmic beat of a drum. Behind the herd, you see what has maybe scared them. It is a group of Scara. Now, the Scara are people who are warrior race. They're very proud people. Many of them are half-orcs as well, but really any race can become a Scara. It's really more about the ideals that they embody. And I'm going to showcase some of the artwork for them right now. Let's see here. I'm going to show, I think I'm going to show you this one. Yeah, this is like what you would know of the Scara, so I'll do this. So this is the artwork, kind of like a bigger piece of art from the book. So you can see them, they wear blue face paint, very much like Braveheart-esque. You can see that they've got, they're all about warrior culture, kind of like Spartans from young age to adulthood. They do this, and they hate the riders. Of all the factions, they are your biggest rival. Okay, so there's a group of them, and you can see them, and they call out in their language, even though you don't speak it. You know the word for rider, and you hear that as they seem to have identified you. So now we go to the final round here. I'm going to let everybody do their last skill at the same time, and we'll see if we can get a victory or not here. So what would each of you do? We'll go down the line. CJ, what do you think for Leonard?
Oh God, I gotta try and figure out how to use my wisdom, use my intelligence. That's kind of where I'm at. I can't really make it out of here with my strength and my dexterity.
His inner monologue is very specific.
It's very specific. I'm just not physically capable to do a lot of these things. Oh gosh, what's around that I could try and use to make it easier to avoid these Scara that are coming?
Well, right now you're kind of, in a way, a little bit hidden from all the remaining plotters that are continuing forward. So, kind of, you have some cover at this point.
All right. I guess I'll try and cover myself a little bit more. Maybe cover myself in some of that debris, and get it so I look just blend in with the debris.
Okay. Well, you're talking about the plotters that fell.
No,
is that what you're referring
to? The cactus stuff that like exploded, right?
Oh, okay. I don't know if you can hide behind some exploded cactus, but we could try. If you'd like to maybe just use the overall stealth check, see if you can use the night sky, the night that's dark out, use the cover of night and the debris of the cactus and the fallen plotters. We'll do a stealth check. So let's do a dexterity, and
Awesome.
then don't roll it yet though, because I want to do this all at the same time. Dasha, what are you doing?
Kind of catching on. I would love to help use my skills to disguise myself and Leonard using whatever foliage I can find.
Okay.
I think I have, as part of my thievery, I'm trained in climbing, sneaking, hiding, disguise, finding, disabling traps, etc. So I'm imagining she's like, it's like the scene from the Hunger Games where like PETA is disguised as the Rock and he looks just like the Rock by the river, if anyone knows that reference.
Yeah.
She's gonna try her best to like lay down, get into the debris of everything, maybe take some of the like destroyed cactus, smear it on their faces to make their faces similar to that color, whatever she can to hide them, because they're probably the frailest.
That's not a bad idea.
Group.
That's not a bad idea. I like it. How do you want to? What skill do you think you'd use?
I don't even know what that would be. Wisdom? In terms of like what to use, what materials, how to blend things.
Yeah, so I maybe I think in D&D it's equivalent is like charisma, but no. I think we can probably call it wisdom. Yeah, I think it's probably fine. You're using like your wits here rather than like your dex.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what to use, and you work really hard on helping us hide.
Shut up, Leonard.
But I know this stuff. I know this stuff really well. I'm just not very good at hiding.
This is happening all. Yeah, as the plotters are pushing past you. Let's go to Roses.
Roses will see them hiding, but then think, is it possible to get a group of these beasts, a group of the plotters, to go off course and maybe turn back around, or maybe get all of them to turn
Great
back
idea,
around?
yeah. Great idea. So maybe wisdom or charisma to see if you can like maneuver the herd.
Yeah. Maybe like wisdom, try and like get my plotter to go, like, if we're going past right now, try and hit that one to go back around and get the ones that are on that side to turn with me. So maybe get like, I don't know, 7 or 8 of them to come back around.
Okay, excellent. And Anthrax, what are you doing?
How many of them are there?
The Scara or the plotters?
The Scara.
The Scara. There are a dozen of them or so that you can see from this moment.
That's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot, and you've encountered them before. When you're with a group, it's much easier. You usually never have bad odds because you usually overwhelm them. They usually are smaller communities than you are, but right now they have the advantage.
Well, when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. And
You gonna attack?
I look at you guys like hiding, and I'm like, ah. And I stand up, and I spread my legs wide, and I strum power chord. Be like, this is our land. Not the brightest, but definitely brave.
Definitely brave. Okay, so give me an attack. We'll say this is be an attack,
All right.
which wouldn't get your advantage from the strength, but it would be higher because it's an attack, and you can use your orc abilities and stuff like that.
Well, here's 1d20. Oh,
Everybody can roll now that you've all told me. So go ahead.
I'm gonna use my
Your luck point.
Reroll that
Okay.
thing.
You only have 1 luck point, and we're using standard rules here. So we started with 1, and now you are using it. So go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use mine also. Oh, for worse.
Oh my god.
For worse.
Okay. However, even though we did get now 2 failures from CJ, I think you're the 2 failures, aren't you?
Yes.
You have succeeded in getting more than 4 successes. So you complete the task. So here's how this last round plays out. The plotters are starting to thin out, moving away. Roses, cleverly, he has one of the younger plotters, so knows that the adults are going to chase this one. So the old adults don't want that young plotter getting away, so it turns off and they follow just as suit. In fact, this will split the Scara as well. They'll start to head after 2 groups. And Anthrax will use this to jump on the first group, and you cleave the head clear off in a loud power chord off of the first Scara warrior.
Yes.
Blood and gore fill the night sky here. While Leonard and Scorpion, you use this to take cover behind some of the fallen cacti, and just like in Hunger Games or Lord of the Rings, that's the one I was thinking of, when Sam and Frodo used the cloak to become a rock as well. You do the same. You cover your cloak. Leonard, you use you do your damnedest to mess this up, but Scorpion covers you really well. And you hide.
Scorpion he's being so loud, yelling instructions at her, she takes a chunk of cactus and just shoves it in his mouth.
Oh,
Shut him up.
pointy end.
The points, y'all.
Oh,
Pointy end.
Don't hurt
first,
him.
yeah.
oh boy.
Can
He
I roll for
dies.
damage?
I will say this is
Takes 5
not a
points of
damage,
Wow.
but you're gonna have to. It's gonna be hard to eat a little later. All right. So now the skill challenge is over. You have succeeded. So you thinned the herd. The herd fell off. You can see some of the Scara that chased off to the end. They finished killing one of the plotters that fell down, and then the other 6 or so that are still remaining that chased your herd are still there, and they look and they're calling for their friends. They've got spears and bows and arrows, and they shields, and they kind of form this shield wall. They're famous for their Spartan-esque phalanx, so they are ready to fight. And one of them, a female half orc, she steps up and she says in a thundering, commanding voice, she says, She says, "Stand down! Stand down!" She says, "You there! Who are you?" Towards Anthrax, the only one really in position here.
I am the mighty Anthrax.
Anthrax. She looks at you. What are you wearing right now, Anthrax? Obviously, your
He-
Hydro suit, but
Yeah. He has what kind of armor does he wear? He has chainmail, so he wears chainmail over his suit, and a long red robe.
hmm.
The cloak.
You're a rider, she says.
I'm the strongest of them.
She looks at you all and says, especially Roses, because she doesn't look at the two of you, you're hidden. But Roses, she calls to you as you bring your last plotter over here. The herd is dispersed. Your plotter will probably actually try to buck you off at this point. I would say since it's young and it's up to you, do you want to hop off of it, or do you want to see if you can retain it?
No, sir. It's okay. Go back to your friends, and then I'll hop off.
Tries to buck you, but you've already really hopped at this point, and it runs off.
Subdued it with calmness.
Yeah. It goes off into the distance, and she looks at you and says, "You took that plotter and wrote it with grace of the Scara. If it weren't for your clothing, I would say you embody honor."
Thanks.
One of them says to the leader something in their own language, and she says, "There are more of you. Reveal yourselves." She looks out into the distance.
Oh, I think they were talking about us there, Scorps.
I'll kick him and make him go first.
Still you.
Wow.
So you hop out of your cover behind the cacti, and you can see the group now. There's now the rest of them are dragging a plotter's carcass, but there's about maybe 10 or 11 of them now. They do outnumber you, and they seem to be very skilled. The rest of them start to grovel a bit, or grumble a bit, and they say to her in some sort of language. They seem a little terse. They point. They show their spears. The ones that are in the front of the phalanx, those 6, they still don't move. They're kind of unwavering with their shields up. And she looks at you and says, "We're taking you prisoner. Do not resist, or your death will be quick."
Oh boy.
What? What are you mean, prisoner?
She
What did we
doesn't-
do to you?
She doesn't say much, but she looks at all the people. She circles her hands. She motions, makes some sort of command, hand signal, and people start to come to you with manacles, and will take your weapons from you if you do not resist.
What is this? I thought this was a free basin.
They will lock you up first, Leonard.
I don't have any visible weapons that they would be able to see at like a glance, and I won't show them anything. Can
Makes
I
sense. Hmm.
keep my weapons?
Give me we'll call it a sleight of hand checks, like a dex check, to see if you can, and I'll give you advantage on it because you have them stored. So go ahead,
Yeah.
give me a dex check, see if they can discern it.
And you said with advantage?
Yeah.
Ooh, well, oh god, 8.
Mm.
Not good.
They recognize that your hand is some sort of like contraption, and one of them will like grunt at you and say, "What is this?"
It's a fake hand.
And give me a charisma check, see if you can deceive them. We'll say the DC here is going to be 12.
Is that negative?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And he'll inspect it more and see that there's a dagger in there, maybe even play around with it and accidentally shoot the dagger out, goes into the salt ground, but he'll pick it up and remove it from you. I don't know if you have any others on your body, do you? Where would those be? Did I ask you where they're located?
do you want me to tell you where they're located?
You tell me. I don't...
There's one I had an idea that she had one in each boot.
Okay.
They're hidden, but if she I've seen
Buster
people make these.
heels.
I did some YouTube deep dives on like hidden daggers and Assassin's
Oh.
Creed type dagger launcher things. But if she kicks her foot in a way, it comes out of like the front, like under her toe, so she
I'm
can
gonna
use it
say-
to climb.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they're not gonna be inclined to look there. They'll pat you down, maybe. So if anything, it would be in an additional place like that they could probably find in a pat down. I would say yes.
She'd probably have a few others on her, but the ones in her
All right,
shoes
so the boots are good.
hidden.
The
Mhm.
boots are good. Well, they'll take any extras.
I don't remember
Anthrax,
those.
they'll take power cord. Roses, they'll take your pike. And
I
Leonard,
want
they'll
to try
take.
and I want to try and say, wait, I need that. That has my tools. Please don't take it.
You wouldn't deprive an old man of his walking stick. That's the good excuse. That's just tools. It's just a tool. They do. They take it, and there's no amount of riz that could get them to do that.
I
as
try
the
to
kid.
hide power cord behind my back.
It's like massive.
It's bigger than you.
It was in a case. Doesn't he have a case for it? How are they even gonna know?
I picture like those orchestral
Just
like
used it.
cello cases, those massive things.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
They'll take it and keep they will inspect it and like keep it safe. They actually look like they almost in a way want to examine it. And then Leonard, they'll take old Bessie. What's her name? What's nothing special?
Nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy.
It's not nothing fancy. Don't you be careful with her. Don't. She's been through a lot. Okay. It's not a lot of juice in that crystal in her.
Oh, they're taking nothing fancy for sure. And they do see the
and-
crystal that's
and
in her.
And my spears and my dagger. No.
You have those?
Yeah, I have a spear and a dagger.
Oh, they'll take them. Yeah.
What? No.
Anything else you got?
No.
But anyway, they'll take your packs, things like that, and they'll make you carry the carcass of the plotter. They have ropes tied to it, and they'll make you drag this through the desert night. So, at this point, another George Lucas wipe goes across the screen, and it's the next day. The heat is bearing down on you as you sit in these like cells that are they're made of like I'd imagine some sort of like a like iron, but like scraps, kind of like what you find on the but iron, but some sort of like cages that they have. Let me describe to you a little about their size. You got there at night, but their camp is pretty big. Their camp is actually quite big. Let me just bring up my notes here.
That was me.
Here we go.
Super hot.
At the beginning of the day, I would like to use my omen ability.
Oh,
as
okay.
a
What's that?
seer. It is 3 times per day. I can make a DC 9 Wisdom check to try and gain a luck point.
Oh, cool. Do it. Just call out your number because we're not on the Roll20 screen.
DC 9 18. So I get a luck point back. So
Luck point. Excellent.
I'm gonna need that.
Perfect.
And that's one
right.
use of my omen per the day.
So you come up on this small. It's not small actually, but it's there's a big Scara village that's like overhanging the basin wall. You've never been there, but you've heard of it, and it's like their capital essentially. This is quite big for a part in the base. In the salt flats. But you've gotten further now along your journey. You're kind of like edging towards the dunes. So it's kind of like in between there. The terrain starts to change a bit. You can see that there are a bunch of Scara homes. They're small, like hut-like dwellings. I showed you the picture before about them. You can see like what it looks like. They have a walled area, kind of protecting them from enemies. There's a big long house that has maybe a medical center. You could see there's a place where children are now running around. Like they call them younglings, and they're running around. There's blacksmith's store or shop. And it kind of seems almost like that of a kind of a typical village that you might see in other fantasy settings. You also notice that they have maybe we'll call it an amphitheater. A coliseum is not maybe the most accurate term for it, but it's clearly a place where people will spar. They could have entertainment. This is a rich community. And you can see there's also places where people are doing their best to farm. Here in the basin, you know that when people do farm, they use the crystals to give nutrients. So you can see small crystal dust storage containers, and they're kind of growing things here in the sand despite the scorching weather. There's also some animal pens. You can see that there's some Gore, which are in there, and Gore, Gor, are these creatures that are kind of like that of a boar. I actually have some artwork for them, and I'll show you that in a second. But this is a pretty big, bustling village. Maybe there would be 100 or so in this village that you've seen. You could tell. So a decent-sized Scara village. Most Scara villages don't get over like 200. So it's a medium-sized Scara village. And you're in these pens, but you can see out into what's going on. You have no weapons. You're stuck in here. And finally, you witness something pretty special happen. Let me switch over to this. You hear an announcement from what seems to be some sort of like an elder. It's looks like an elf, actually, someone who's an elf, but you can see all the markings, scars all over their body from battle and stuff like that. And they bring out a newborn baby. And there are parents there, and the community is gathering around, and this is what you see. So this is the artwork. Some children run up and touch like the newborn baby. Everybody in the place kind of celebrates. They're cheering, but then they get a little solemn for a second, and the what looks like maybe a priest kind of holds the baby and says, "This child has been claimed. The Scara have spoken." And the parents relinquish the baby and step back into the crowd. And give me a intelligence check. See if you know anything about this ceremony, if you've heard about it before.
10.
Anybody else?
What are we rolling?
Intelligence check. See if you have any knowledge of this.
15.
15.
Anthrax.
Anthrax. You're so cultured.
Another 8.
13.
I probably saw
Really?
this when I was on the rig,
He knows about making babies.
back when I was on the rig.
CJ, you got an 18. You've definitely heard about it. I would say Anthrax as well, but the two of you, Scorpion and Roses, you don't know what this is about, but
Too young.
Too young, exactly. Yeah. So the claiming is what they call it. The claiming is a very important ritual for the Scara, and basically what this is when a child is born. Everyone gathers to welcome the newest member of their community, but the newborn passes from Scara to Scara, like they all hold him, and you can see now that's what's happening. So as the parents relinquish him, everybody's taking their turn holding the baby, touching the baby, and this symbolizes that they're being accepted and part of the tribe. They're going to no longer be acknowledged. The parents of the kid are going to no longer be acknowledged. The entire tribe now accepts the responsibility for caring for this newborn. So there are no parents, and the child won't really know them as they grow up. So you find this whole thing ridiculous because the same thing happens in your community. Your parents just abandon you. So, and you have to
Yeah, I was gonna
fend
say.
for yourself.
Scorpion's watching this. She's like, so.
Yeah. What would your reactions be? Roses, because Scorpion is unaffected. What would your reaction be? I feel like you have a little sensitive side.
Roses is probably just like, did the stork bring that baby yesterday?
Oh. I was gonna ask if Roses had any kids, but apparently he does not know how to acquire them.
Anthrax, can you tell me about the stork?
He's a child. The stork has delivered at least 12 babies to me. They're all over the place. You might be one of them yourself. I don't even know.
True. They're all outdoors.
How old is it? Yeah, wait, they're all. Wait, Dad?
You are half.
No, Rose is not young. He's probably 19, 20,
Okay.
something like that. I don't
How old's
know.
Anthrax? Yeah, is Anthrax an old man?
No, he's in his 20s.
Oh, okay. All right.
So well, maybe it could be about 10 years older, so it's possible.
Yeah, it's true.
That's, you know what, you got me there.
Early,
We don't know
an
how
early riser.
The basin works differently. All right. It works differently in the
Where?
basin.
Oh my God.
Now, Leonard and you, I guess this whole, you knew about this ceremony, but how does he feel about it?
they're just Scara things. They don't understand what it's really like out here. They gotta ride. They gotta praise the speed, mother. There ain't no time for this child passing around. You gotta go fast. Just throw the baby.
Love it.
Throw the
Well,
baby.
Well, that's the big event of the morning, and when people start to clear out here, you'll see that warrior from yesterday, the one who kind of commanded everybody. She's going to come up to you, and she'll like kind of squat down, kind of cross her legs, and sit in front of your cells. All of you can see her. She'll sit in the middle, so everybody's kind of got somewhat equidistant to her. And she says, "My name is Jera. I'm the left hand of Ingrid."
Oh man, Scorpions needs a left hand.
I will slap you if I can.
You cannot. You're in your own cell.
Damn it.
There's like 4 cells, kind of like, they're little barred cells that they have here. You can see other smaller animals get kept in these cells.
Wait, Scorpion, do you need a left hand or a right hand? I'm sorry, I'm very confused.
She needs a right hand, but she'll just glare at you.
Oh man.
All right, Rose asks, what does left hand mean? What do you mean?
Well, I am not the right hand, but I am an advisor of Ingrid. And Ingrid, the name sounds familiar. She's like the Scara chieftain. Most people don't know her personally, obviously. Like, you wouldn't know her personally, but you would be willing to bet that many other rider tribes have faced her wrath. And she says, Ingrid is on a journey to the Central Crystal. I didn't expect to see riders here with the race going on. What is your mission? Were you planning an attack?
We were just, traveling through. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Scorpions. You're in charge.
Yeah, you never mean to do things, Leonard. You just do them. It's none of your business what we're doing here.
You said that to her.
I talked to Leonard first and now
okay,
to her,
yeah.
It's none of your business what we're doing here. Just let us go.
I cannot let you go, for fear of that there's imminent attack. Your people, known for deception, the Scara, we would be naive to let you go.
What's the worst we can do? I mean, look at me. She's like very skinny, malnourished. She's like, look at me. What is the worst I'm going to do to you? Just let me go.
If you valued honor, then perhaps we could trust you. I saw the way you fought, the way you handled those plotters. You did not look like riders to me.
I value doing what I need to do to get on a crew and to get some food and water.
Needs not words.
So you do have a goal, aspirations. Your life is not just speed.
It is speed. I want it to be speed.
She looks at her pouch. She even has her hand on it. It's like almost looks like a spell component pouch, and she's got her hand on it, and you can see she kind of reaches for it and then kind of puts her hand back on her lap instead of makes a decision to do that. She doesn't really even hide this kind of. It was kind of like second nature to her, and then she doesn't. She's wearing what looks like mostly like animal skin, sort of like a very tribal like clothing. And she has no weapons on her right now, but you saw weapons on her last night, spears, things like that. And she looks to each of you and she says, "Strange riders without vehicles, here, searching. What is it you're looking for? Be truthful, and perhaps I can sense your honor."
I look her right in the eye and say, "A wife."
Do you want this to be believable?
Yeah. Cause,
All right, give me charisma.
He's totally interested in her.
Give me a charisma check. Yeah. She is a half orc too, yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. Come on. 4.
A 4.
She was
She
again.
laughs. She
You tried.
Yeah. She goes, I would never. She said, I am already pledged to Ingrid.
Hey, Ingrid's a. Hold on.
She says,
I-
yes. We're
I
lovers.
would like 2 wives.
She says, you there, and pointing at Anthrax, she says, you fought with a fervor and a great strength, one that we do not see many riders possess. Are you born into the riders?
I don't know where I was born. All I know is that I am. Deeds, not words.
Deeds, not words, she echoes, and she like ponders this. She's like really contemplating it. She goes, that is very prophetic. I will think about this. And she stands up. She goes, I do hope that I can trust your words, but right now, I cannot let you go. She says, remain here. We'll bring you food.
And water.
She nods, and she'll start to walk back towards the rest of the community. And everybody's kind of like anybody that walks by, like looks at you. Some people, like they look like warriors. They kind of like, I don't know, like sneer at you, but most of them just kind of look with a curiosity and then leave, especially the children. They do. Hours pass. They bring you some water, some basic food just to keep you nourished, and you'll see a Scara, a younger one, maybe like a teenager, maybe the same age as you, Scorpion, a woman. You also notice that most of the people here are women. Like there are maybe you've seen like 3 men in total. Almost every other person here is a woman, and they start moving towards. She starts moving towards you, and she is she's actually a human. She's a human, but she's much taller than like the average human girl would be. Maybe she's like, almost 6 feet. She's clearly, she's lean, but she's got muscle, and she looks like she's got battle scars and things like that. But she comes up to you with her big brown eyes, and she says, so, you're riders. I've never seen a rider up close. She says, what's it like?
Oh, it's wonderful. Feeling the breeze of the sand running through over your skin, and the speed mother giving you all she's got, and it's just a straight up tingling feeling as she rides across the desert dunes. Oh, it's so great. You just couldn't believe the rush it gives you.
Wow. She says, incredible. She says, I get that rush in combat.
Oh, it's different.
Yeah? What's so different?
It's a commune with nature as the breeze and the bugs get in your teeth and the sand whips up behind you, and you just keep going as fast as you can because you gotta get where you're going.
I often love the feel of the sand in my face and the wind blowing as I'm riding through if we're riding through the dunes. Oh man.
What are you
I
riding
really
now?
wish
Yeah, what are you
fast
riding?
enough.
they have the equivalents of like a horse. I don't know what it would be in this area. Maybe they actually ride some plotters too, but they actually looks like they're using that plotter for like food. So not quite sure actually. I don't think I see anything here that specifically says what they ride, but maybe some sort of like a desert horse, camel, something like that. She says, wow. She says, that reminds me that one time we were on a hunt and we were tracking this group of plotters, or this Gore, through the wastelands, and she goes on and explains this long drawn out story that really doesn't even have like a purpose. One of those like she goes on and you're like, wow, and when you get to like the fourth, wow, she doesn't catch the She doesn't catch the social cue. And she says, yeah, I've been called a liability a little bit sometimes in the battlefield because I keep talking. She's like,
They've
it's
called
just like
me that too.
What?
Are you? Wait. Did you used to go on hunts all the time with your like big hunting group, and then all of a sudden they decided not to take you along anymore?
She looks a little embarrassed. You can see her blue painted face. You can see red starting to show from underneath. She goes, actually, I've only been on one hunt.
One
Yeah.
hunt. Oh
Yeah.
man, I used to be a rig rider back over with the riders, but I went on two
Wow.
rig rides. Yeah, two.
That's like double the amount I've gone on.
Yeah.
Wow.
We would go on the rides.
Are you like a rider captain?
Yeah, just like one of the rider captains. I'm pretty big, pretty important over there.
Because I think riders are and the Scar are actually more alike than they are different. In fact, that's what I have her name right? Jera says.
Yeah, well, yeah. Tell me more about Jarek, because clearly, if she wanted to, if she was really worried about us, we wouldn't be living here right now. She wouldn't have taken us prisoner. I didn't even know you, Scara, took prisoners.
We
If
usually
Jairus
don't.
thinks we're so similar, why is she keeping us prisoner?
Yeah, and you get the sense that is who she was referring to, the leader. That's the left hand. And she says, everybody last night said that they were ready to kill you, riders, but she said that there was something she saw, the movements, the actions, almost like you were heroic. And she's never seen a rider like that. Almost every rider likes to take advantage of other people, and you weren't. You rode the plotters. What rider would ride a plotter? She said that she feels like something was speaking to her, calling from above.
That might have been the speed, mother.
I don't know what it would be called in us. We just believe in our clan, in our family, but at the same time, it could be something, a greater entity. You know, the Wanderers say that they could tap into an alternate sort of reality. They can see beyond what's in front of them. Do you think maybe that's what she saw? She's lived with them before.
She's lived with the Wanderers?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You can give me intelligence check, see what you know about them. Anybody that would like to or care to.
And I've been on rides, so I know a lot about the Wanderers.
14.
Those two rides that I went on.
I would say everybody that rolled here, I think I see the highest roll is Leonard again with a 19. Dexter, you got at least a 10, so that's an 11, right?
14.
I see a roll. 14, excellent. And Chris, you look like the low roll here. You may not have heard of these, but
Anthrax. Yeah, he didn't even roll. He's too busy thinking about having two wives.
But you've heard of Wanderers. You all know the basics about Wanderers. Like, Wanderers are these people. They're kind of like a nomadic group. They sometimes have small groups that they'll travel in, but generally speaking, they kind of do their own thing. But they have an alliance with the Scara. They're their closest allies. And Scara and Wanderers oftentimes will intermingle. Ingrid has made, and this is what the people who made the check would know, Ingrid has made a point to trying to share in their culture, and the Wanderers, and this must be what Jera has done. She's lived with them to kind of understand their culture a bit more. And I would say, since CJ, you rolled really high, you would also know that they do have this. They call it the oh gosh, not the weave. They call it the gonna hurt me to not tell you this. I gotta find it.
Wonders?
No, I'll tell you right now. The current. That's it. It's called the current. They can enter the current by basically sniffing dust, snorting dust of the crystals.
The spice.
Yeah, essentially.
The melange.
Exactly.
The spice melange.
Yeah, and it basically, when they do this, something similar. The idea that it gives them a
sort of prescience.
A prescience, a third eye, sort of, yeah. And they are focused on developing their body, their minds, and entering this current. And so that's kind of like what their culture is about, or an aspect of their culture. Yeah.
Those are all Dune references.
Yeah, it's figured. And I know that. I know spice. Like I said, I know a little bit because of just being a nerd. So, yeah. So anyway, so that's what she says. She says, yeah, she's lived with them. She goes, do you think that's what it was?
Do you think that's what, wait. Interesting.
Do you think that's what she felt?
Maybe she saw something with them. They seem to be a very spiritual group, so maybe something awoken her. She saw something. Maybe a bit of a premonition she's been looking for. And we're that. That's us. We're who she's been looking for. You gotta help us convince her that we're the ones she's been looking for.
Well, you guys all seem great, but I don't know that I can do that. I'm
I think
very loyal to
You're a hunter.
Well, sort of. I'm very loyal to my clan.
You're the best hunter this tribe's probably ever seen. This whole entire village is probably completely jealous of everything that you were able to do on that hunt. That's why they don't invite you anymore.
Give me a charisma check, see if you can instill this sort of chaos into the Scara. 17. Okay. All right. So she goes, well, I guess I could put in a good word for you. Would you like me to do that?
That would be... Yes, exactly. Yeah, great. That's exactly what we need.
I'll see what I can do. I'll be back soon. And she says, here, take this. And she'll take some like jerky or something, then she'll give it to you to eat. It's the most, like protein you've had in quite some time.
Oh, thank you so much. What was your name again? I'm sorry, I'm very terrible with names.
Alstrida.
Thank you so much, Alstrida.
And she goes, I'll be back, whispers, and she moves over. Some of the other younger Scara that were watching this interaction, they like immediately question her, but she's like putting up her hand. She's like, no. And she starts to move away off into the village. Another little wipe. Later, Jera comes back, and she says, I've talked with some of my advisors. Because Ingrid is away, she went to the Central Crystal. We're awaiting her back in the next week or so. I believe it's best if you stay here until she can decide your fate. You seem to cooperate, and Astrida has told me that she spoke to you all, and you seem rather trustworthy. While she may not be the best soldier, she's a good sense of character. And there's something about you, I can't quite place my finger on it, but you feel trustworthy.
We do not have that long to wait.
A week?
We've got
No, we got to go fast.
Yeah.
I know that's in your nature, but until then, you'll remain here. She says, if you can't agree, you'll stay in these cages. I would like to release you.
You'll let us out of the cages, though, if we agree to stay.
I will.
I mean...
And you agree to uphold your honor and not harm a single being in this village. If you can show that your rider nature can be overcome, then you will be honorable.
Scorpion goes, fine, I promise, but she's got her fingers crossed behind her back with her one usable
her one hand. Yeah.
Her one hand.
What about the rest of you? Do you agree?
You have my word.
You got it. I don't intend to harm anybody around here.
I would never.
She'll begin to unlock the cages, and you can see there's a guy in the background. He actually is he looks like honestly like a butcher maybe, but he's got like an apron, and they do this all in the open too, and I'm going to share a piece of artwork with you here. So the Gore that were like in the cages nearby, those are like those wild boars. He looks like he's coming up, and he's got one already hanging on this like meat hook in the center of town. I'll share it with you in a second. I just got to go to my DM view here. But looks like he's like preparing to like maybe butcher the gore. So let me show you here. Yeah, here we go. There we go.
Whoa.
So you can see there's one already draining the blood out. Scara child in the picture is like bringing over pails of water. He's covered and he's got this like blade in his hand, and so he's got 2 hooks here. So he's going over and he's actually about to unlatch one of the gore from the pen, and this one bucks wildly and knocks him over and gets out of the pen just as she unlocks your pens. And she looks out and she goes, "Prove your honor now." And the gore starts wildly attacking him and going after the child that's there. And this is actually more a sense of what the scene might look like that's happening right now. Here it is. So this is funny art. I like this one. So here you go.
Ooh.
So that's kind of what's happening right now. This gore, this massive boar, which again you can see like the size of it, like it's a boar-ish creature, but it's certainly much bigger than the people here. It's like maybe the size of like a lion. So it gets released from the cage, and it has enough strength to keep fighting here. So we're gonna go into initiative. Let's roll initiative. Whoever, I'll write it down here because we're not using the standard Shadowdark initiative.
1.
Oh, wow.
What'd you get here, CJ?
I got a 1.
A 1. Okay.
There we go.
What's the bonus to initiative? Dexterity?
Dexterity, yeah.
21.
21 for Roses.
Ooh, 20.
20 for Anthrax. What about Scorpion?
22.
Wow.
Oh,
You guys are
excuse
so
me.
Wow.
fast. You guys love to go fast. Not Leonard, no.
And Leonard, you're at a 1. Now there
20.
are, like I showed you in the
21.
picture, there were
22.
Scara that were like, training, there's weapons. You actually can look around in the like kind of the middle of this town, this village. There are weapons, like weapon racks and stuff like that. Spears, mostly spears, short swords, shields, things like that. I will say that there's bows and arrows. Maybe there's also even like pikes, something you're familiar with, Roses and Leonard. Anthrax, they probably would have an axe, a battle axe, though, not maybe a great axe. So maybe throwing axes as well. Scorpion, there's definitely knives, so daggers would be available. So we're going to go into initiative here. Let's go to Scorpion. You're first.
How far am I from the creature?
From the creature, I would say that you were not too far from it. So one movement, you're within near. Near is 30 feet.
Okay. She's going to see this as an opportunity to maybe get out of here. If she can do as Roses did and get on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to try to run at it maybe from like the side and use those daggers that kind of come out of her feet, of her boots, to kind of climb onto it, digging them into its side.
Just remember, though, you don't have any of your gear, your hydro suits, everything they took from you.
I don't know how clearly she's thinking right now, but
that's
a
fine.
good
No, it's fine. I just want to
point.
make sure Dasha knows that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I don't know if she's thinking very rationally and she just kind of wants to get out of here, because the idea of sticking around for a week and not going quickly to their destination is not something she's a fan of. So maybe she'll grab a couple daggers on her way, so she has some she has the one hand. So she
Grabs
has
one.
at least, she grabs one dagger with her left hand. I guess either way, she's either gonna kill the beast or get on top of it and ride it. Either way,
Right.
something will happen, so she's gonna do that.
Right. It's going to be beneficial either way to just stab it with one of the knives. So you take one, maybe the butcher's knife that he dropped, and you grab it and you take that like curved blade and jam it into the back of the creature. So let's do 2 things here. Let's give me an attack for sure, and then I also think that we should maybe do some sort of like a athletics check. I know strength is not your best, but you're going to try to like position yourself on top as well. So go ahead, do me the both rolls, a strength check and a attack.
So here's the attack, 13, and strength, 20.
Nice. So the 20, you leap up onto the beast and dig one of those daggers right into the boar, and you hit with a 13. So go ahead and do your damage.
Let's see. And damage is just the D4, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Would this count as a surprise attack?
You do not have a surprise here. The creature is pretty aware of everything going on around it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Now, if this was Dungeons and Dragons, we could say maybe one of them counts as your ally, but no, this is not D&D. Come on, hardcore here.
1 damage.
1 damage. Okay, you can get the sense that that doesn't do much, and this creature's got a decent amount of hit points here. Its fortitude is pretty high. All right, so we're gonna go to next up would be Roses.
Roses is like, oh god, what have I gotten myself into? But so he's right now the Gore is right now running at a child. Is that right?
Yeah, actually, Dasha, I got to come back 1 second to Scorpion because I don't know if you can tell by the picture, but I have, their rules and everything. They have quills all over their back.
I was going to ask that because I was thinking about jumping on it too.
They have quills all over their back, and
Okay.
I think Scorpion would see the quills at the very least. So I'll let you decide if you wanted to maybe say you're going to stab it in, but maybe side saddle it, like hang off your dagger to the side.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay, we'll say that because it's definitely jumping right on top of the back would be bad.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah. All right, Dexter, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. Roses is gonna gather. He's gonna gather his courage and start running over to, not even grabbing a weapon, just start sprinting as fast as he can to try and grab the child and roll out of the way.
Ooh, I like this. Okay, so then give me we'll do an acrobatics check, see if you can tumble away. So it'll be dexterity.
I love Dexter. That is a 7. Wait, that might be a 16. 16 or 17. I forgot. I think it's 17.
Okay. Either way, that's
Yes.
going to be a success. You can
17.
safely get the child out of the way. There's no way that this Gore is now going to gore it. And you'll look up and you can see Jera, she is watching keenly what's going on right now, and she observes this, and you can see you make eye contact maybe, and she kind of nods in an affirming way. Okay. Anything else from you?
I'm going to, if I can, stand up and start backing away and see if I can hand off the child to one of the bystanders.
Yeah, maybe the butcher gets his bearings, stands up, and takes the kid away now that you've got them both out of the way of the Gore. Perfect. All right, now we jump to let's go to Chris Anthrax.
Anthrax is going to just charge at the thing, bellowing a challenge to it. He's going to try to grab the upper and lower jaw and just keep it from closing and try to wrestle it down to the ground.
The tusks kind of
yes.
ram it into the ground. Yeah, okay, good.
Try and mash his face down to allow everyone else a chance to get good shots at it and take it down.
Okay, we're going to do an opposed check here, so you'll have advantage because you are your advantage for your, what is it, for being a half orc?
Or
is it fighter?
Grit.
Oh, it's the fighter, grit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so go ahead, roll, and I'll roll an opposed check. I'll roll. Here we go.
13.
Right. A 13, and I rolled a 9, and it does have an additional 3 to strength, which means you beat it.
Yay.
Yeah, you beat it by 1. Exactly. Yep. So you've got it locked down. It's not moving right now. You can see Scorpion hanging on by the side, and you've got it, and you kind of drive its teeth down. Its head is kind of twisted. It's trying to buck free from your ability here, but it's still alive, obviously. We go to Leonard.
Man. All right. So I told her that I wasn't gonna hurt a creature in here.
She said a being.
It's a being.
Yeah, I think it means like a humanoid. But yeah, I mean, if you take it literally, that's up to you.
Oh, I guess she seemed to acknowledge that Roses was doing the right thing, and she didn't try and stop Scorpion. So I'll run over, try and grab the nearest spear that I can, and try and spear the thing.
Okay, go for it.
As best I can. I want to get close to my my buddy Anthrax there.
So you run out of the cage and you go to a one of the weapon racks, grab a spear, and join Anthrax. Go for it.
And I miss completely.
What'd you get?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, 4 is not going to cut it.
Oh no!
Mhm.
I was trying to. Scorpions, you're in the way. I can't stab it.
You know, I will say here's what I'm going to say here, because they do have an ability, not ability. It's a rule for this creature. So when Anthrax turns the head and everything, it kind of like its whole body kind of shifts a bit, gets a little off balance. You can see that even though the rest of its body looks like it's like really tough, you see that soft underbelly, and it seems like it's the most vulnerable part. All right, because he's still holding it, kind of like pinning it down. I'll give you advantage on this check.
Okay. Roll again. Hey, crit!
Are you serious?
Whoa!
Wow.
Yeah. 5
Yes.
damage.
It's crazy.
Leonard's spear runs you through.
Sweet.
Leonard finally
So-
does something useful.
Yeah.
Hey,
5
stabbed that
damage.
Bird the last time too.
All right, so this thing has taken 6 so far. Let's jump over to the creature now. So the creature is not happy. It's going to make some thrashing, and it's trying to toss whoever is on it off. So let's do this first. So we're going to do attacks. Let's go with Chris. You're going to get hit first. So it's going to try to buck you and try to like tusk you and gore you. What's your armor class?
15.
A 15. So the first attack and the second attack are both far too low. I rolled a 2 and a 7 on the dice. It does not hit you. And because you've got it kind of pinned down, I'm going to say it doesn't move. It's not allowed to move. And you know a little bit about the Gore. They love to charge. And right now, you've prevented it from doing that. So far, plan's going well here. Go to Scorpion.
At this point, how are the Scara around us reacting?
There are a bunch of warriors, like you saw in the picture, like these ones, right? Like they have spears and pikes, and they've mobilized quickly as the Scar do. They're very like almost militant, right? But as they approached, Jera kind of held up her hand, and they've stopped. They're waiting for her command.
So she'll probably just want to keep stabbing at it, but as she does so, she'll yell at them and be like, "Aren't you Scara known for combat? Why aren't you helping us?"
Yeah.
So yeah, same dagger attack, or maybe this time she'll kick it with one of the ones in her feet.
So cool. Yeah.
That's an 8.
8 is not going to cut it here. Although, you know, like I said, it's pinned down. I'll give you advantage like I did to CJ.
Okay.
And if you want, you can aim for the... Actually, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. Since you're like on it, you can't get at the underbelly. So I'm going to say no in this case.
Okay.
But I do think that if you can get a shot on the underbelly, it'll be much more deadly.
Okay.
All right?
Next time.
So next time. For right now, no. We jump to Roses.
Did the Scar react to my saying that at all?
No, they're stone-faced, waiting for Jera's command.
Okay.
So, in my head, since we came from the direction of the cage, and I dodged or like rolled past it, and he's pinning it, I'm on the side of the quills, if that makes sense.
I would say so, kind of behind it, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'll first see if any of the Scar warriors around me are holding a pike and like ask, can I borrow that?
And one of the warriors will look to Jera and she'll nod and he'll toss it to you, like kind of like you're in. Now they've kind of formed a ring around you, right? Like you're in an arena, and they'll toss it to you. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you think? Well, I don't know if I'd be able to get all the way around it, but I'll try and.
I mean, you have 30 feet of movement, so I don't see why not.
You don't. Okay. So I'll quickly run around it from behind, and then see if I can stab it in the underbelly.
Go for it.
Okay.
16. That's a hit. And we'll say this is going on the underbelly, so it's going to be an automatic critical. So roll double the dice. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a lot of damage. 10 damage.
And nice. Excellent. Oh, yeah, that took a big chunk out. You stab it, blood starts pouring from the wound. The beast cries out, trying to buck free from Anthrax.
No.
Anthrax, what do you do?
So I've got it by the one tusk, and I'm reached around, so I've got it like in the nose, in his nostrils, right? My fingers are in there. I'm like, and I'm gonna try and literally pull his face apart.
Okay. Let's do let's do it this way then. The unarmed strikes are basically going to be a D4 damage, but I will say that if you hit, and since you pinned it, similarly, I'll give you advantage on the attack.
Oof. 8.
8's not going to hit. It's thick hide. Even though you've got it, it's still moving its head around to try to avoid. You can't get a good clear shot into like its nostrils as much as you wanted. So, but you still have it there. I mean, it can try to break free, but it's going to do something different on its turn. We go to Leonard.
At this point, I'm going to use. I think I'm going to go up to. I'll go up to Anthrax, and I will whisper in his ear,
"This thing's gonna attack. You gotta find your anger, buddy."
I'm gonna cast Evoke Rage on him.
Oh yeah. So now what does this do? Read the spell.
This is 1d4 rounds. You call out the Berserk Rage locked inside. One willing humanoid. The target is immune to morale checks, has advantage on strength checks and melee attacks, and deals an extra 1d4 damage for the spell's duration. So it is for the next 1 round.
Okay. So for the next round, you get all those benefits, Chris. We're going to go to the creature now. The creature is going to shoot out its quills. Since all of you are close enough to it, it is going to shoot quills. Now, this is how it works for this thing. It's going to shoot a D8 quills at each of you. So let's see how this works. Let's roll some damage here.
It's not going to go well.
No dodging?
You can, yeah. So you're going to make checks in a second. Hold on. So let's see here. So I've got a D8 for Chris, 1 for CJ, 3.
Oh, no.
Dexter, 6, and Dasha, 4.
Oh my god.
Great.
Yeah. So those are the numbers for each of you. Remember those numbers in
boy.
a second. Remember those numbers. Here's how it works. So a creature. Yep. So if you are within near of it, it shakes its body, launching D8 quills at everybody in that area. You can give me a dexterity check to see if you can avoid some of them. You'll take half the damage if you. So that is the quills. Essentially, is like half the damage. That's like essentially the damage. So go ahead, give me a dexterity check.
Oh my goodness.
14.
Let's see here.
Sorry, 12. Math. Wow.
14, 12. Those
8.
two pass. 8
5.
fails and 5 fails. So 2 fails and 2 passes. So the
12
people who failed take
passes?
their 12 passes. You take the
Okay.
full amount if you failed. You take the half amount if you didn't, and 1 just stays at 1, unfortunately for you, Chris. But now anybody that got hit, that's all of you, give me a Constitution check.
No.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
20.
Rich.
Nice.
A 9.
2 criticals on that. That's crazy.
So 4 for Scorpion. 5. What was it? 9 for Anthrax.
Yep.
And CJ, what'd you get for the Constitution?
17. It was a crit success, but it was a 17.
Crit
That
success 20.
So Dexter and Roses and Leonard pass. However, the two of you are now bleeding. You're taking another damage every turn until your quills are removed. All right. It's gonna be that number of quills that you got. So how many quills did you get, Dasha?
I got 4.
And did you make the save? Did it reduce?
I did make the save, yeah.
So it's 2. So you have 2 quills, and you'll lose 2 points of damage every time. What about you, Anthrax? How many quills did you get? 1?
I got 1.
So you'll lose 1 at the end of every turn until they're removed. Okay? All right. Now we go to top of the order here, Scorpion.
Having just been hit by this, I think I'll let go of the beast. Maybe after one final... I can't try to stab it and remove the quills all at once, can I?
No, that would be an action to do the quills.
Okay. In that case, I will try to stab it one last time and then kind of just like get off of it
Go
to be
for
able
it.
to help myself for the next turn.
Mhm.
Because she doesn't have that many hit points. That's
And
a
your attack?
7. Not
A
great.
7 does not hit?
Mm-mm.
7
Then
does
she'll
not
just
hit?
fall off the side, basically, get off.
Yeah, perfect. And let's go to Roses.
So the quills hit Roses, and it kind of like makes him fall back, and so Roses is like, and he gathers himself, and he like starts to charge at the beast. And so, as a desert rider, I have this ability, Charge.
Oh.
I have 3 per day. I charge by moving near before attacking, and my melee attacks do double damage that round. So I'm going to move near, and I'm going to jump, try and stab my pike down into the beast.
Go for it.
into its underbelly. Yes. That is a 10.
A 10 does not hit.
Ah,
Does not hit. You know, though, so you moved around it to get to the underbelly, right?
mm-hmm.
I'll give you, like I said, give it to CJ. I'll give you the advantage here.
Okay. 9.
Still not going to connect. We go to Anthrax. You're up next.
So Anthrax is going to try again to just break its face open.
Okay, go for it. Give me a
Because he sees that he's keeping it subdued and keeping it under control. And he just, he doesn't want to let it go. So he's just going to try and force it.
Okay, go ahead. Give me a attack.
You have advantage.
You have advantage. Thank goodness.
God.
Oh my goodness, the luck is falling.
Terrible.
1 and a 2 on the dice. All right. Well, it goes to Leonard again. Leonard, you got to save this group.
I gotta look. What is going on? Leonard's not feeling so good, but Leonard's gonna go out. Leonard, you gotta keep your rage up. Keep it going.
And I'm going to cast Evoke Rage again because it ended.
Mm-hmm.
So, critical success.
Ooh, so the duration's going to double in this case.
Yeah.
Nice.
So... it's another 2.
Okay.
Another 1. Comes out to 2.
Okay. Actually, though, if I'm not mistaken, you can choose to double. You probably want the duration at this point. You'd roll an extra d4 to CJ, though. It doesn't double the roll. It doubles the numerical value in the spell.
Oh, okay. So it's 3.
So it'd be 3
Like
rounds.
double.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
There you
It
go.
becomes
3
2d4.
rounds.
You, in theory, you could actually have chose to the damage extra. Like you could double that, but I think you want the duration.
Yeah, I think the duration is better.
Okay, so
And,
that's the case.
And I'm gonna try and back away to get out of quill range.
Yes. And this thing is now going to try to get out of the hold here. So give me a strength check, Chris. You get an advantage on this. Ooh, I rolled low. I rolled a 4.
Oh,
I did not.
It's the crits.
Okay.
Nice.
there it is.
All right. It's going to use its second attack to attack you, just a straight regular attack. It's not going to try to get out anymore. And that's going to connect with the 19 on the dice. You take a total of 4 damage, Chris.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to top of the order here, Scorpion. Scorpion, did you take the damage from the quill?
I did. So I take 2 more now.
Yeah, did everybody take their damage from the quill that was supposed to? I think it was Anthrax and
I
you?
did.
Okay.
All right, so I'm now down to 3 hit points, which is great.
Cool.
So she knew it was going to be bad. She jumped off the monster, and she's going to start trying to pull her quills out.
Okay. So you pluck the quills out painfully, these long, like thin quills. It's like that, it's sharp, but it's really just length that like deeply stuck into you, blood pouring out from the little wound. But you take your turn, you pluck them out, and you patch yourself up as best you can. Let's go to Roses.
I'm also going to keep the quills.
Cool. I like it.
All right, Roses is going to try again to stab at the beast.
Go for it.
That was an 18 that time.
That'll connect. And like I
Yeah.
said, it's still being held by Chris, so go ahead. It's exposing the underbelly.
10
Oh.
and 3. So that is 14.
And this concludes the Gore combat. How do you kill it?
Second attempt. Rose this time will, I guess, find his mark right into the heart of the beast in the underbelly, jumping onto it and stabbing it.
Yeah.
Landing on top of the Gore.
Oh, yeah. This thing's belly up. Your spear or your pike is inside it. And the Scara just like kind of cheer. They kind of do like a howl in the air as they love. They kind of revel in this this battle that you just had against this this force of nature. The butcher goes, You could have kind of cut it a little more down the line here. Could have saved some of the meat, but what are you gonna do? You saved my life. Thank you. And he kind of gives you a handshake, Roses. He does one of those classic, like, they grab the forearm handshake. That's their thing, yeah.
Whoa. Rose is like, yeah, of course.
Goes in for the handshake, and then it turns into a fist bump, and then it turns back into a handshake.
So Jera walks up to you and she says, You have done an honorable deed. You saved a child's life, as well as many in the community. That Gore could have charged and trampled over many of our warriors before we put it down. I knew I sensed something in you.
Since you're so grateful, maybe you'll let us go now?
She nods. She goes, I believe I will. Please, remember this. The honor that the Scara have given you. We hope for it in return.
Of course.
You have just a couple bandages before we go. Just
And our weapons back.
yeah, we'll need our stuff and some bandages. Maybe just a little bit of a. Maybe we just stay one night.
No. She's a woman. She's a woman of her word.
On this Gore that we just killed.
You know what?
In celebration of our 2 communities coming together.
You know what, CJ? That will happen, and I even have art of it.
Wow. Bob's so prepared. He foresaw this.
So prepared.
There we go.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, this is actually the art of the leaders. So, like, that's Ingrid in the middle, and you can see Jera is actually to the left side here. Okay, so that's Jera, and I'll actually, I'm not showing it right now, so let me switch over. But here's the artwork. So you can see Ingrid. You would recognize that she's maybe the leader if you saw her, but again, you've never met her personally, but she has a commanding presence. And here's Jera, the one you've been dealing with to our right-hand side, but her left. So, all right. So that's it. And I imagine it's like the end of Pulp Fiction here. The strings of the guitars and the music starts playing. You got all your food. You take your weapons. You tuck them into your waistbands, and you head out of the Scara village.
I'm gonna rip one of the tusks off the boar and take that.
Definitely. And you got the quills if anyone wants to keep them. And you start to wander out into the hot, scorching sun of the basin. And we're going to pause here. This is the end of episode 2. We are chugging along to the northern end of the basin. What are your thoughts so far, buddy? Thoughts of the Scara? You like the Scara?
Oh,
I
yeah.
like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, I was thinking maybe actually when we started this, I was like, oh, I hope they play the Scara. They would be like so easy to, they're like the quintessential, like good tribe. You know what I mean? And then you all were like, no, we want to be like speed freaks and crazy people with rock and roll names. So all good. What about the rest of you? Thoughts on the Scara?
They were really cool. It was nice to meet another group.
I think that Anthrax kind of feels a little swayed towards them.
Wow.
And actually, I kind of got that vibe when you were telling me about the character. I was like, a dude who's just all about like strength and like fighting head on, taking challenges head on. I was like, he would connect with the Scara. So interesting.
Maybe he'll switch.
Oh, traitor.
At the end of this.
Well,
traitor.
He's a little. What's the word? A little. He's feeling a little conflicted.
Yeah, that's good. I think characters should feel a little conflicted in these games. But I love this. I love the Scara. Happy to introduce another faction. Don't forget, Scorched Basin Kickstarter is live. You know, Tom and Bodie from Homie and the Dude who are running this, they've been so great. Gave me all these kind of previews. They're a perfect person to like kind of have a little voice in their ear trying to get some ideas, and it's been great to kind of bounce them off of them. So thank you to them. Check out the description for the link. Again, if you do purchase anything off the Kickstarter, it helps us as a community. We're going to be benefiting from it. It's a split of the proceeds, so go there, check it out, use the link. And the Kickstarter is pretty cool. It's going strong. They've already succeeded all their goals. Not all the goals, excuse me, their main goal. They're going for the stretch goals now, so check it out. Again, all links below in the description. Do all the good YouTube things, like this video, subscribe, so that CJ doesn't have to yell at you.
Hit the bell button.
Oh, yeah.
Get updates on the next time one of these videos drops for Chapter 3 session.
That's right. Episode 3 coming up in 1 week. We'll see you all on the tabletop. Have a good night, everybody.
Night.
Night.